Hello and welcome back. Raining today? Misty too. Uh, well, I wasn't even sure why I'm looking at my gloves, so obviously they'll be wet in the rain. In any case, when we last left off, we had to finish one more mission here with Ervil Courage. So let's do that, guys. Double check.
Can I take a moment of your time?
Previously completed this one.
Please, stay a moment.
This is the one we haven't done yet. Reports come in from the hills that orcs are making the hillocks outside of town into dens. Aside from the clear threat that this poses, there is news that the orcs have taken a number of townsfolk. Some may yet live, it is unclear. Our scouts were not able to get close enough to confirm if there are any villagers in the bone pits. Will you go, find any survivors you can? Be wary, the orcs are cunning and cruel. They are dead. The jaws of death. If there are any still alive from those taken, we must make efforts to recover them. Please make haste possible. Any who are slain should be burned to ensure that no diseases spread. A terrible end. Yes. Well, let's see. Jaws of death. We have to rescue the living, but burn the dead. And it shows you already how many dead we need to burn somehow, maybe by the level of stench. You can determine how many corpses there are? I don't know. It all sounds very, or it all feels very weird. Here's a warp. And an unfortunate traveler slain by orcs. An unfortunate victim indeed. Okay, so we'll burn this one. Okay. Here is a hobbit victim, yes. Living victim rescued. Wow. I did not think I would survive, but I shall, thanks to you. What kind of language is that? Living victim or whatever. It's like a very formal jargon. Okay. Not fit for what we're doing here, I don't think. Because, you know, we have compassion, we have emotions, it's not a police investigation, we have to use some, like, dry language. In any case, let's deal with those orcs. Oh, two of them. Somehow I never saw the second one. Not that it's any problem for us, dealing with multiple orcs. Oh, again? Oh, those are stoppers. That's why. Okay. It would have been a terribly ignoble end. You have my thanks. Yes, you're welcome. Let's see. So here, we have yet another work. Very well. This was a precarious spot, thank you. Yeah, to put it mildly, this was a precarious spot, you know? This was an uncomfortable situation. Oh, we completed Enmity of the Orcs too. Well, which gives you the return to breed race-based skill. Not bad, not bad. Let's see, I believe... Yeah, now we have the return to breed, which can be very useful when we need it, but we won't equip this racial trait right now. We only equip it when we need to return there, temporarily, and then put back the ones that gives us positive fighting attributes. Okay. Is a living victim rescued. Yeah, that's the language I was referring to. Inappropriate. No. Poor soul saved, not living victim rescued. That's, you know, that sounds better, right? Doesn't it? Okay. So... let's see, is there anything here? Down there? Yeah. See a work. Works. Okay. One more victim to burn, I'm sorry. You have to witness this. You arrived just in time. I surely would not have survived. I don't know, maybe. You would have for a little longer at least. But yes, it's good. We were here on time. Well, on time for only some of the people, of course, unfortunately. Let's see. We still need 2 more. And I wonder what did I miss? I missed one over there. Okay, that's fine. Okay. But we still missed one more. Okay, so this one is fine. I'll rescue this hobbit. I'm so thankful you came. I surely would have met a terrible end without you. You're most welcome. However, I'm still wondering where... and we cannot use our fighting skill here, by the way. It's kind of interesting. Because what if we're in a hurry and wanting to save some hobbits, we can't use our boar? Why? Because they'll have a heart attack seeing how huge it is? Maybe. Still. Oh yeah, here is another one. Somehow I missed that one. Okay, that's better. Now I have to find the scout though, which... okay, not the big problem, I guess. Not such a huge area. It is good to know that so many were able to be rescued. Thank you for your assistance. Let us return. Right, and returned we are. Well, that doesn't even sound right. Okay.
Is there something I can do for you?
It's a shame that so many were slain. Yes, more than a shame. And a joy that those few could be saved. We're in debt to you, Basabor. Great, so... I've completed all 4 missions that are available in Cleggur. I also...
Who there?
found out that there are no more missions in other parts of Swampfleet, so we're done with missions here. We don't want to repeat ourselves. Map to Bywater? Oh, these are like... wait a second, can we learn those as skills or something? Oh, no traveling. No, thank you. Yeah, just a map. Yeah, I don't need those, really. Okay. Anyways, I was saying there are no other...
Hello!
Hello! I was just trying to tell people about other things. Don't shout at me, please. Okay. Let's sell, let's repair. Thank you, loud healer, for that. Now... we can, we can reconvene at Mosswood for the epic quest. And after that, I think we should focus on doing some deeds that we haven't finished yet here in Swampfleet. Okay, so see you in Mosswood in just a bit. Alright, back in Mosswood. And back to the blacksmith shop. Back to the dwarf. Well, people are loud today, I tell you. Okay. Do you have anything to say to me that's new?
If you are making for Cardolan, you need to cross the river at Tharbad.
I'll be staying here where it's warm and dry. Yes, we know that. Excuse me. Let's talk to Menno here.
Skadi is right. If we are to reach Cardolan, we will need to cross the river Gwathlo at Tharbad.
When the Númenóreans built the city, its great bridge provided a valuable link to Gondor, and and trade with the Southlands flourished. But in time, the kingdom of Arnor diminished, and Tarbat was abandoned. The South Road became less traveled than in prosperous days. Masonry crumbled over the years, and parts of the city fell into the river. The great thaw that followed the fell winter released the floodwaters, and portions of the mighty bridge were lost for good. But folk crossed the river Tarbat before the bridge was built, and it should remain possible even now that the bridge is gone. We will travel northwest to Tarbat and see for ourselves, Passador. Let us meet in the shadow of the broken bridge on the southern bank.
Skadi is right. If we are to reach Cardolan, we will need to cross the river Guathlo at Tharbad.
Okay, so that is that. Now, I think that's basically on the borderline between Swanfleet and Cardolan. And in fact, I'm not even sure whether we want to... Yeah, it's on this side. So we might as well do it now. I'll see you over there. And should be done with the epic quests in Swanfleet. Okay. Alright, we're approaching Tarbat. Tarbat warrior here. And let's see. Where are we supposed to meet up with Meneldir exactly? I think it might be technically in Cardolan. Though I think it's on this side of the river, so I think we should be fine. Let's see. How much further? Yes, some more distance. It must be somewhere where the waters are running. Not a very convenient place to meet, I guess. But maybe I'm mistaken, maybe. I'm not so familiar, obviously, with the terrain here. Okay. Oh, there we are. Technically, we're still in Swanfleet. Right? Are we not? No, we're in Cardolan. Oh well. Let's continue just with the very first phase of this. A woman sits astride a tall steed on the bank of the Guathlo. Oh. And here is Meneldir, and who might you be? A woman of Rohan. Yes, you look like one.
Hold, strangers. Be you friend or foe to Rohan?
I admit, I cannot tell from your mien. Are you a friend of Rohan and to its people? You assure the woman that you and Meneldir do not seek to cause trouble for any good folk, and that you merely seek to cross the river on your way north. The woman thinks for a moment and then nods. She turns her eye upon Meneldir. Do not think this question too forward, but I must ask it. You are dressed as I was told, the Dunedain Ranger's dress, well suited for a life in the wilderness of the inhospitable north. Yeah, see, north is always inhospitable, isn't it? Are you one of this kind? For they are the folk I seek, and my errand is urgent.
Hold, strangers. Be you friend or foe to Rohan?
Okay, well, let's talk to Meneldir.
Your question is not an easy one for me to answer.
Let us say I was once of that folk, but if need drives you to seek the Dunedain, your search is not at an end. Yet our purposes may align, for Basabor and I also seek the ranges of the north. Meneldir turns his gaze upon the tumultuous river. Well, and the tumultuous weather too, huh? Each of our paths requires we ford the Guathlo, the river Greyflood, and it will not be easy. I fear the raging waters will be too much in places for your steed to safely make the crossing, and it appears orcs watch the shallows. I only know of the Rohirrim from tales, but I do know they are loath to part with their horses unless at great need. Yeah, don't be condescending there. If such is the need that drives you, I would know your name, and perhaps you'll tell us of your errand on the far bank. If not, I would bid you farewell, for Basabor and I can no longer delay. The woman thinks for a moment, and then regretfully dismounts from her steed.
Your errand must be one of great need, then. So is ours.
Alright.
Farewell, my Starkload. May you find your way back to the yellow fields of the Mark.
Oh, there is Dartmouth. I will see you again when my task is done. The woman turns back to you, a cold look in her eye. The fate of Rohan rests upon my quest. Wow, or I would not leave one so loyal as my Starkmont. Starkmont. Cool name. So swears Ekfit of Alkham, who has ridden here with all haste to acquire the help Theoden King requires. Oh, Theoden King now all of a sudden. Now let us ford the river, and at once. She's in a hurry, huh?
It is time. Stay to the middle of the river if you can.
For orcs prowl the islands and watch the shells. We shall all meet on the far shore, to the northwest.
The fate of Rohan rests upon my quest, or I would not leave one so loyal as my Starkmode.
Yes, well, how about this, guys? Look at the raging waters. Look at the weather. You know, the river is extra swollen from the rains that have been pouring for hours and hours on end now. So I suggest that we delay this at least until, you know, sometime after the rain is over. Okay, all of that is just an excuse, guys, of course, because we still have deeds unfinished here in Swampfleet, so we can't continue yet to the other end where Cardolan begins. So, this sounds like quite a cool story, but we have to abandon it for now. Not abandon it, just let it stay. So let's think. We have quite a few deeds unfinished here, and some of them are easy, meaning straightforward. You know, we have to slay more orcs, more brigands, and more wargs, while others are more tricky, like find ancient treasure caches in Swampfleet. I don't think I will do that on screen because it'll be just tedious going from all over the place and just finding a treasure chest everywhere with no story or lore associated with it. So, you know, I'll do it, but, you know, not something that we need to do together. So then, though, there's other stuff like the Dwellers of Old Swampfleet, of which we learn vicariously by finding various artifacts. We've already found the fishing rod and the old notes, but we have plenty more. So I'll see if we can do a little bit of that today, okay? Okay, apparently some of those items of interest are quite nearby. Well, one of them really. So let's try to figure that out. Well, also while we're at it, we can continue with our brigand beat. If we encounter any brigands, I mean. So, aha, there it is. It's not an easy thing to spot, is it? A rusted dagger. Let's examine it. You find a rusted dagger. That's true. So let's read about it. The thief passed the coin between his fingers, a little trick he learned from one of his many mentors. It is bold of you to flaunt ill-gained goods so openly, said a voice from behind the thief. Failing to hide his surprise, the thief spun on his heel. He saw a woman dressed in clothes that looked like they had been stewing in the wastewater for days. How long had she been following him? Oh, this? The thief held the gold aloft and donned an innocent smile. Yeah, as if like you can carry gold and be innocent at the same time. This was just a bit of good luck, nothing more. No thieves here, unless you're meaning to take this from me. His free hand drifted towards the dagger at his side. I have repaid your victim with coin from my own purse, she said, ignoring his lie. I do not intend to take that coin from you. I do not know you, nor your needs. But there is honest work to be had in Mosswood. Well, so much is true. Prey upon those who travel this road at your own peril. The thief sneered. I will not be bossed around by the likes of you. I will not be bossed around by the likes of you. The thief went to draw his dagger, but the ranger, as he would one day come to know her as, was upon him in an instant. She parried his feeble stab and disarmed him, sending the blade clattering to the ground. The thief felt the bite of cold steel against his neck. The thief rose. The only reason I'm giving you this chance is that you did not harm the woman from whom you stole. She withdrew her blade, and the thief's hand snapped to his neck. Checking for blood, checking for blood. He found none. By the time he recovered himself, the ranger's back was to him. She was walking away. Do we have more text here? She was walking away. I guess that's the end of it. Very interesting that I have this sixth sense of perceiving a story from far ago just by examining some rust on a dagger. But hey, you know, pretty cool. I like this. Alright. Right, one more thing we can find around here. The Eastern Old South Road, heading for Enid White. It is this engraved stone here. Inspect the engravings on this particular stone. Okay, let's read about that as well. There are carvings in the stone to mark each time this structure was renovated. The oldest numbers are impossible to decipher, and the most recent numbers date back to a time that precious few remember. So this thing then is really old, even in the latest renovation form of it, and it's still standing, most of it. Impressive. Alright my friends, well next time we'll continue discovering artifacts around Swanfleet, and we'll slay some more unpleasant creatures around here, I guess. And about the treasure, I'll do it when I can. I'll just show you maybe finding the pent, the last treasure, so we can see how it's completed, but I don't mean to bother you with it otherwise. In any case, I'll see you soon. Have fun, enjoy life. Bye.